Hello, this is Ms. Schaefer. I want to review the 3.02, 3.03 lesson with you for physical science. Notice our objectives and goals for this lesson. You can pause this, check out how you're feeling right now, then go through the material and then rate yourself again to determine how you feel with this information. If you are not feeling proficient, that you could test right now on the material and get an 80% or better, then please review this material again to help you out. Remember that the steps of progression are here to help you. This just breaks our I can statement down into much smaller pieces so that you can look at where you might be missing some information as you're struggling. You know you've got this if you can cover the study guide questions here on the review sheet and complete the exercises in this lesson. You can come back, figure out what you're missing, and work on that part of this I can statement. It's never a problem to need to go through the material more than once. So remember our review sheet. You'll want to look at the real PowerPoints because there are actual links in here. You can click on that and get the review sheet. You should have already started it. We're working today on question 3 and 4. There is a video that you can access to help you understand the material. Remember that mass and weight are not the same thing. We calculate our weight based on the mass and the gravity. Gravity is a fundamental force, and it's based on the distance between the objects and the mass of those objects. So two objects are always exerting a gravitational force on each other. This does go back to our information about Newton's laws, particularly Newton's third law. You can pause this to read through the information, but there's always a pull on you, a reaction, reaction. So action, reaction. Gravity does pull towards the center of an object, and it causes acceleration. It's always present, even in space. Again, here is a video help that you can watch in the PowerPoints to help you work through the math and understanding the concepts. Even though we call something free fall, when we drop it, there's still gravity acting on it. What it means is just the only force of that is the dropping of it, the gravity and the air resistance. So when we're talking about free fall, we're really looking at the force of gravity. And we actually did a lab based on this. If you remember, we did the 2.08 lab where we dropped balls from different heights. Remember what happened there? Free fall versus projectile motion. When we throw something, we call it a projectile, and you'll see that a projectile has two forces on it, a forward force and a downward force. The gravitational forces are still affecting it, but remember, we put a force in it. We provided a force to move it forward. This again will go back to Newton's first law that we talked about, and that it will continue in motion or under its own inertia. There are some videos here that you can check out, misconception about falling object. We will talk about this in our class connect session, but you can check those out, look at it ahead of time. There's also application here for you. You can see the feather and the hammer drop on the moon, the actual recording of it. For those of you that want to look at more information on how to calculate the force of gravity, this video will help you. And then there's some practice problems you can use to practice graph reading and the formulas. Remember, now it's time to check back our understanding. When we get through the material, we always need to check back our understanding of the material. Look again at the I can statements, the goal, the learning target, the success criteria, where we said we could complete the study guide questions and also the practice quizzes. Here is a snip of a score. So if you're scoring at the 80% and above, it means that you're probably getting this material. You are becoming proficient. If you want to move yourself to D, I got this, then you probably want to review a little bit more unless you got 100%. Then you've got this. If you've got the 80%, then you're pretty good at it. You're getting the ideas. Review a little bit, you'll move yourself to 90%. If you're over here in the struggling category of 60% or below, then go through this material again, review it. It means you're up here, you're making progress. You just need to review it again. That's okay. We are learning. If you have any questions, please let me know. Check out those video helps. Come to class. We'll talk about the practice problems. We'll go through the review sheet and add to our understanding. Have a great day, and we will see you next time.